Hi.
Namaskar, welcome to Honest Astrologer, and today I have Divya with me with a very special informative video. This time I will be the interviewer and she will be the one speaking. So, for our viewers, this entire video was Divya's idea, okay, and she wants to share with everyone her personal favorite techniques which have helped her maintain her sanity. I have spoken enough and more about moon and full moon, so I'm not going to repeat myself.
Yeah.
I want your views. What are your experiences around the full moon? So, over to you.
Yeah. So thank you, sir, for having me. And as always, I think it's very exciting. हम कोई भी वीडियो साथ में कर रहे हैं and moon becomes the favorite topic and the favorite subject. So we'll start off with, what is full moon, just for our viewers, whoever has missed this topic. And Monday को full moon anyway आ रहा है और रक्षा बंधन वाले दिन. I mean, Raksha Bandhan happens on a Shravan full moon. So why don't you tell them a bit about what full moon is and what really happens during full moon, and then we'll proceed into the details of it.
Okay. So, full moon happens when, technically speaking, sun and moon come in opposition to each other. Uh, that day, moon is in full power. You see the entire round moon there in all its glory and size. It is the most powerful on that day. Moon being powerful, the first thing he does is that your seas go in a high tide. पानी उछाले मारता. Then moon being the कारका of mind, दिमाग चढ़ जाता है. Maximum number of bar fights, crimes of passion, road rage. That full moon has some power that brings out the rogue energies to the forefront.
Yeah.
So this happens, your hidden insecurities, your traumas, your mood swings, everything goes into the top gear. And I have seen a full moon do quite a damage to people who have already damaged moon, or particularly water sign moons, or people like me born on a full moon day, because the polar energies are fighting. Sun is राशि पे है, मून उसके ऑपोजिट राशि पे. So this is that energy gang war going on. So difficult time to handle. So Divya, how do you handle that?
Also, there's a lot of restlessness in the body. I think जो लोग
Yes.
aware नहीं है कि full moon क्या होता है और जो so called नहीं मानते इसको, they start feeling something until you become aware. So my love affair with full moon obviously started post I started learning astrology with you. And funny enough, I'll start off with this. For many years, my brother and I have been fighting every Rakhi. And every Rakhi comes, and my mother is like, "Oh my God, ये फिर लड़ाई करने वाले हैं." Until 2 years ago, we got a closure that why every Rakhi we fight. He's a full moon born. I'm a Amavasya born. There's severe mood swings in the house.
Yeah, yeah.
So, from the last 3-4 years when I started learning astrology from you, and you told me about full moon, and I started noticing. And then I started telling everybody at home. I started observing that everybody was going moody, people around me, and they thought, "Kuch nahi hai, tum vehmi ho, bakwas karte ho." Everybody says that until they come to the very crux of it in their life, or they go through this. And came a time, literally now, 4 days before full moon, I start getting calls, and I know what is happening now. And so many of my friends and so many people, so-called very well-accomplished people who think this is bullshit and rubbish and all of that, are like, "Acha, full moon aa raha hai. No wonder why I'm having a fight, why I'm being moody. What should I do?" So, there's a little full moon gang around me now that is very cautious around full moon.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing I think that happens is awareness. Knowing that full moon is coming. I have seen, honestly, in my family, pretty much her full moon kuch hota hai. Last month, my grandfather went to the hospital. Now my cousin Mami went to the hospital. A lot of panic attacks, BP issues, heart issues, all leading from anxiety and nervous system largely, right? But सबसे अच्छी चीज आई थिंक इज अवेयरनेस. आई थिंक अगर हमें पता है, हमने एक पैटर्न देखा है कि फुल मून के आसपास ये होता है, So first is you become aware that full moon is around. Second would be थोड़े से अपने इमोशंस पे कंट्रोल. आपको पता है कि इस टाइम डोंट पिक अ फाइट विद समबडी. इसी टाइम आपको सब कुछ चीजें याद आएंगी लाइफ में कि मुझे I want to settle these dues with this person. I have a breakup to complete. I have a client to follow up for money. All those pending tasks, suddenly you will get very triggered. The best is to hold yourself back and stay put. And I tell myself, let's hold on all the important decisions until full moon is over. So, कोई भी friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife के साथ लड़ाई 3-4 days before, 2-3 days before full moon, I say just hold your horses. Full moon के एक दिन बाद हम लोग लड़ाई.
Good idea. That's a very good idea. Full moon should be the peace day.
Full moon should be like just silence and healing. I don't think कुछ होना चाहिए उस दिन. And you mentioned a very interesting thing, which I've told a lot of people, and a lot of people are following it, which is fantastic. No drinking around full.
Yeah.
Oh, इतने सारे mental breakdowns and so much of crying, and everyone around me, every couple I know is fighting around full moon or is agitated.
Okay, and I am asking you because your research, which are the signs which face the most drama and most trauma around full moon?
Obviously, any affliction to the moon would become very sensitive to this. Anybody in moon dasha or with moon activated, या किसी का moon conjunction activated है like mine, very, very sensitive to moon. So, I mean, as you said, obviously the water signs, but I really think full moon just affects everybody.
Yeah. So, what are the 2-3 things and remedies which you do that help you stay calm?
I think number one is awareness. जहाँ मुझे लगता है कि मेरा mood left right हो रहा है, open up the calendar and see, and I'm like, okay, full moon, welcome. I call you as well to check कि mood कैसा लग रहा है अभी. So one is awareness. I think with awareness, you can tackle a lot of things. You can tackle your mood. You can make sure that you don't take out your mood on other people. So that becomes very important. Second, you told me to do moon mantra. I think इससे पहले कुछ disaster हो, because those 3-4 days, it just feels like कि the whole world is collapsing. Your emotions are just out of order.
ट्रिगर हो जाता है
कुछ मतलब it's just. और मैं कहती हूँ लोगों को कि डायरी में नोट करो अभी क्या हो रहा है, उसको 4 दिन बाद जाकर देखना, you will be like what just happened, क्यों करा इतना ड्रामा हमने. So second would be, I think, start off moon mantra or Shiv puja or Om Namah Shivaya or Om Som Samaya Namah. It really helps every time you start getting very triggered. मैं मन में Om Som Samaya Namah I just start off with. Third is obviously I don't really drink alcohol, but around full moon I don't even go out. I am just like, unless really, really necessary, please stay away from me. Like, don't. So much so I postponed my surgery. The doctor gave a full moon date. I said, no, sorry.
I remember talking about that.
Yeah, cannot happen around full. और कोशिश करती हूँ कि जो भी मेरे pending issues हैं लोगों के साथ, जो मुझे suddenly इस hour of the, इस time of the month याद आते हैं सब एक साथ. I make a list of it. I try that I take it up with people after full moon, and somehow it so happens that after full moon वो जरूरत भी नहीं पड़ती to take it up.
So one advice which I have, if you have a conflict pending, do not try to resolve it on a full moon day.
Yeah, around a full moon also.
Emotions will run high from both sides, and it would actually lead to a blow up when there would be no necessity for it.
Yeah.
So मैं वही कहता हूँ, इमोशनलिज्म को हम हिंदुस्तानियों ने ना ग्लोरीफाई किया हुआ है, right? And this is by design, this is not by default, this is what I've learned. So they are throwing this idea to you that over emotionalism is good for you. It is not.
Yeah.
The elite are very, very rational, that is why they are on top, right? Masses are emotional, that is why they are masses. The elite go by Buddha, the masses go by Chandrama. Government
और
and big companies don't run by Chandrama, they run by Mercury.
they
So
run
the
by.
more you depend on your Mercury and you keep your Chandrama in check, the better you will do in life. Again, am I recommending being heartless bastards? No. All I'm saying is we are too outdated with this emotional nonsense, and the continuous drumming of hyper emotionalism by movies, by media is not good for us. And for some reason, we have created a very Shani Chandra country. We have this Indian matrix, so to speak. It is not the Western matrix, which is Shukra Rahu. Indian matrix is Chandra Shani.
So it's important to keep your Chandrama in check because
Yes.
too many emotions just ruin everything.
As a people, we are very emotional here. You go and read the comment section of any news feed, okay, and you will see hardly anybody is reacting with a calm mind. So, as a culture, we are encouraged to let our moon rule us.
तो सर आपके हिसाब से बेस्ट रेमेडी सॉरी आपके हिसाब से अराउंड मून बेस्ट रेमेडी क्या है लाइक अराउंड फुल मून स्पेशली
I
हाउ डू यू
to
टेल दिस टू द बेस्ट ऑफ इट्स
I to love Chandra Mantra. Okay, it is like my oxygen. Right? Second thing, you can visit a Shiva temple, offer milk and water to Shivji. Third, food donation, especially to children, is a very good idea. सबसे बड़ी बात, there are people who whose moon gets overwhelmed. Okay,
या
it's a good idea to go into isolation. Writing is something which calms me down. So I like to write my emotions down. It could be on a pen and paper, it could be on a keyboard, but you have to get it out of your system. You want to create tragic sort of art, heartbreaking art. This is a secret I'm letting out. Particularly Karka Rashi, Vrishchik Rashi, Meena Rashi, they want to create those sad ending wala stories and tear jerkers. Let them out of your system. You may or may not publish them. More like purging that emotions outside. Cathartic release. Yeah.
cathartic release yeah
So that's good. Uske alawa you can, but there is a puja called Rudra Abhishek. But you need a trained pandit who can do it for it.
you can go to a nearby temple and get
You need to talk to a pandit in advance and get things done. Donating water is a very good remedy. Yeah. There are days when you are supposed to donate water. I think वो क्या Ekadashi
Nirjala
होता है?
Ekadashi.
Nirjala Ekadashi. Okay. So donating water on a full moon again is a very good idea. You can donate to a local pyao. Donate maybe a water filter to a temple or an orphanage or something. So the remedies are infinite.
yeah
Basically, you take some moon related stuff, you give it to somebody moon related. That's how it connects. So, सबसे बड़ी remedy is to keep yourself calm. अगर
and aware
आपका मून बहुत डैमेज्ड है, मौन व्रत is a very very good remedy.
yeah absolutely
Yeah. So, मेरा काम ऐसा है, I have to take a couple of phone calls a day.
and funny enough I was talking to somebody who's on Astro Talk and also an investor and I was checking out some data और इन साइट्स पर और एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स के पास हम खुद भी ऑब्जर्व करेंगे सबसे ज्यादा कॉल स्पाइक होता है अराउंड फुल मून
Full moon, yes.
क्योंकि इतनी खुद I saw my chats with other astrologers that I go to और सबके messages are around full moon. I'm messaging everybody around full moon every month.
Yeah.
So it's very amusing how this plays out, and I think bar I'll come back to one thing that if somebody is telling you full moon mein ye hota hai, or if you happen to stumble on this video, don't take it lightly. You don't have to believe in it straight away.
Yeah.
Observe your last 3-4 months, pull out your WhatsApp chats. That's what I tell everybody. But देखो पिछले 3 महीने क्या हुआ था, and observe the next 2 months, and then you'll automatically start believing in it. I don't think there's anything not to believe in it.
Another thing that I want people to do is look at your moon ka khana, okay, the house where your moon is situated, and let me know if some syapa happened on a full moon day related to that khana. Okay. You have a fourth house moon, did your mother create a mess on that day? Seventh house moon, did your wife do something to upset you? Ninth house moon, पिताजी कुछ कर दिए, so on and so forth. And my heart goes out to people with 8th house moon or a 6th house moon. People with moon Rahu, my goodness, I can't imagine how they.
But I have full, or anybody in moon dasha or with an active moon, it's really tough. It's not easy.
Hypersensitivity,
Hypersensitive.
hypersensitivity. So
Hyper.
मेरा एक वीडियो है rationalism versus emotionalism. It would be a good idea to watch that video on a full moon day. Okay, it should calm down your moon. So the idea is to take your emotions out of decision making, and that day your emotions are running wild. So you should try these remedies
And be kind to your brother and sister this Rakhi. I am dreading how I'm going to celebrate Rakhi, but I will do my best, I think.
देखो forewarned is forearmed. Yeah. So once you know, तो तुम्हें गुस्सा भी आएगा, तो you will keep quiet on that day कि भाई आज तो दिन ऐसा है. And of course, before you tie Rakhi, you do some moon puja, possibly visit the Shiva temple. Okay. And थोड़ा छोटा मोटा donation कर दो before your brother and sister face each other. थोड़ा पहले
No, we'll become better. Full moon के
Yeah.
पहले मेरे घर में friend circle में, there's a warning sign and everybody gets alert कि ठीक है अब we know how to behave, हम कम बात करना शुरू करते हैं. And even staff that works at home, everybody's like, I am so moody, I am so angry, I don't want to work. And I tell them it's full moon, it's okay. Chant Om Namah Shivaya. And suddenly there's that smile on the face that, oh, no wonder I'm not crazy, but this is happening to me.
Yeah.
So it's very sweet. It's a monthly affair, fortunately that we have to deal with. I think जितना हम समझ जाएंगे कि ये हर महीने होता है, it loses its power in the sense that I think awareness is the biggest key.
There is a reason that all those tyohars and all those rituals are designed around Tithi.
Yeah.
You don't go that 15th of every month do that. No.
Yeah.
You do it on a Ekadashi, you do it on a Purnima, you do it on an Amavas. So it's typically centered around moon.
Yeah.
Indian astrology, moon is so important.
So
that is why, there were rituals designed particularly for a Purnamashi day and a no moon day, Amavas day. So they could see कि भाई ये हो रहा है. And they would always, the ancestors decided कि भैया इस दिन ये काम कर लो. तो पूर्णमासी पे दान होते हैं, कुछ दान अमावस के होते हैं, कुछ दान एकादशी के होते हैं, कुछ दान चतुर्दशी के होते हैं. So there's a lot that we need to learn and put in.
That's why Ganga Dubki during Purnamashi is very auspicious. And somehow last Purnima I was in Kashi. And I have always noticed that every time I am, in Kashi or Rishikesh or any holy place where there's a river, suddenly it has a very calming effect. I don't know what happens there.
Now, standing by a water body, especially a flowing river, particularly Ma Ganga, will always calm down your mood.
Yeah.
So feeding cows, by the way, is a very, very good idea. So I think remedies endless है, but इसमें से अगर कोई 10% भी कर ले, सबसे बड़ी बात है aware रहो, मून मंत्रा करो, शिव पूजा करो, छोटा मोटा charity कर लो. I think that should.
और थोड़ा अपने मुंह पे zip लगा के रखो.
Oh yes, absolutely.
थोड़ा emotions को stable करके रखो as much as possible.
So I think I will release this video before Rakhi to ensure that people have a better Rakhi. Okay.
Yeah, I think we should release it tonight only.
I'll try my best to release it.
Yeah. So good luck to everybody for this, and please let us know your feedback and how your last few full moons have been. Moon is something that's very close to Vijay sir and me, now me. So please don't fight with your loved ones out of, these uninvited emotions. Avoid it. And we look forward to your feedback and doing some more videos very soon.
So with this, we end this session. Namaskar.